Believe it or not, most salespeople lose the deal before it even starts because they are not framing the call, or because how they are framing the call. In this video, I'm gonna give you 3 reasons why framing works and why you should start if you're not already. All right, y'all, so the power of framing. Listen, first of all, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. You are officially a worldwide closer, all right? On this channel, I teach 9-to-5 workers how to generate income on a daily through remote high-ticket sales, okay? So if you're a newbie, you're considering high-ticket sales, you're on the right channel. So like framing is like you're setting the lens through which the prospect sees the conversation, all right? So this is why framing works, all right? Reason number 1 is because framing gives you authority, all right? It establishes authority. So like one thing when you're talking to a lead, or when people get on a call, or they're interested in the service that, you're selling for whoever or for yourself, right? Authority matters because they're coming to you in hopes that you can get them from point A to point Z, okay? So if you weak, or like you're stuttering, you don't sound confident, most people are not gonna move forward, all right? But if I set a frame, then I automatically let them know I'm number 1, the professional, and I am an authority figure, and I can be, which leads me into the second one, is trust, all right? Framing establish trust, all right? Most people will not spend money with you if they don't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you, okay? Number 1 thing is they have to not only be certain that they're in the right place at the right time and that this product or service can absolutely change their life, but they also have to be trusting you, okay? And not only you, they need to trust, if you're selling for somebody, they need to be trusting the brand or the brand owner itself, okay? Himself, herself, it don't even matter. But you properly framing a call will literally establish trust, because they're showing like, okay, they let me know everything up front. All right, so like if you think about it, when you get in a situation with like your significant other, if you find out they lying, you feel like, damn, if you just would have told me up front, I would have been able to handle it a little bit better. That's the same thing that the lead is thinking. Like, damn, you go to webinars, you go to seminars, like you sit in-home meetings, right? And they giving all this free information, but the whole time you sitting there thinking like, damn, I know they're gonna pitch something at the end, right? So the way that they probably looking at it is like, damn, why didn't you just tell me this in the beginning? Okay, so if you properly frame and let them know like, hey, which I'll get into that in the end, but basically you're letting them know what this call is gonna look like, how it's gonna go, okay? Again, I'm the one in authority, right? You're not physically saying that, but in your demeanor, in your tonality, you're gonna be conveying that you are the one in authority. But they trust that, okay, boom, they were up front, they letting me know how this call is gonna go. They're also letting me know what to expect in the end, right? I can trust them. All right, so now I can I can lower my resistance on, damn, is it gonna be some money, that's gonna be asked of me in the end, all right? And number 3 is framing established expectations. So the prospect or the lead knows exactly what to expect from you, what's expected from them. You understand what I'm saying? And then at the end, okay, cool. If I want to move forward, I can, but it's absolutely okay if I say no, right? They want clear expectations, so that also establishes trust, that also solidifies authority, all right? And then with you setting proper expectations, they don't have to guess, they don't have to assume that, the worst, and spend all that energy, because most people, if they don't know what's going on, they'll spend that energy on some shit that doesn't even matter. And you don't want them to do that. You want them to focus on the questions that you getting ready to ask them. They need to be clear on, the thought process on how to answer those questions, and then like what's gonna be happening if I decide to move forward. All right. So trust me on this: authority, trust, and expectations. This is what framing does. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you an example of a framing that I use, right? That I love this framing, and it's right now for inbound. All right, and what's the inbound lead is someone that's booked on the calendar, right? Someone that's opted into your stuff, or whoever you're selling for stuff, and they show up on your calendar, or you got to schedule a phone call. All right. So after you build rapport, you get straight in the frame and like, hey, the goal of the call is simple, right? I just want to assess exactly where you're at, get some insight on where you feel like you should be at, design a plan that's going to be tailored towards you, and then I'll present it in an offer. And if you feel like this might be what you're looking for, we can discuss next steps. Would that be helpful? You see how I did that, right? I'm letting them know clearly, I'm just here to assess, okay? You get some insight on where you feel like you should be at. And then according to what you tell me, I'm going to craft out a plan, customized, tailored towards you. And then I'm going to present an offer, which means I'm going to present a price at the end. And if you feel like this might be what you're looking for, we could discuss next steps. Would that be helpful? Yes. Okay. Now, another example is this. Like if you're doing outbound, which means you're calling out, right? But if you're like doing outbound to people that already share interests, they already opted in, but either they kind of like got lost on the wayside, or they took a look at an ad and didn't finally fully go through the process of actually checking out, but we collected their data, then you'll be able to give them a call. All right. And simply, here's the example. Hey, John, how you doing? I'm fine. Who's this? This Coach Jay with TyLopez.com. I see you were on the website and you expressed some interest in AI SMMA. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Well, real quick call. I just wanted to, kind of find out what really piqued your interest on AI SMMA. Go a little bit over, about the program and present an offer in the end. And if you feel like this might be what you're looking for, we could discuss next steps. Would that be helpful? Yes. So now I set the tone that at the end of that phone call, if it's outbound, that there will be something presented. Okay. So, and that makes them 100 times more comfortable. All right. Now I'm not going to say it's going to close every deal. Okay. Cause I missed some deals even while framing the call. All right. But it will drastically increase if you're not already framing calls already. All right. So I hope this video helped you. Listen, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Please share this out to anybody that's in sales. They're looking for a side hustle. I absolutely want to help them the best I can. Right. If you are already familiar with, sorry about that. If you're already familiar with sales, high ticket sales, and you are looking to get on the offer, click the link in the description and I will get you on the offer. I will be honest and transparent. It is an investment to get on an offer, but you are guaranteed to get placement, right? Also, I put together a free ebook where I not only show you how to get into the high ticket space, but how to identify personality types, how to handle objections, and how to dominate in this space. Click the link below for that free ebook.